prior incompletion. We've got third down.
Let's go. Go.
Back to throw. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it'll be Cardinals football. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Justin Matabike making that stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Back at 60. Set up. Cowboy 80. 18 back. 18 back. Ready?
Looking for a throw here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Check 60.
From midfield now. Gets this to Johnson. And they make the tackle at the 38. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Cardinals first down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Let's go now. Let's go.
To throw here on first down. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
They'll throw it again. He throws a bullet deep. He's got it inside the 10. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength.
And in for the Arizona touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals take a 4-point lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
Ready, set.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Go.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And now they face 2nd down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately no connection to be made.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a third-quarter lead. Here's Sly to try the point after. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Now Camarda on to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He lets one fly deep downfield. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They've got a man in motion. 3rd and long for him here. It's tipped away, and he's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. It's a missed opportunity to push that offense, but an even better play defensively to deny the throw.
The Cardinals out for the punt. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That punt goes 63 yards. Man, it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set up. Hey, check that. Ready?
Running this one left. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Play action on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
79 Broncos. Here we go.
Throwing now from the gun. Hits his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. To the air now on 1st and 10. Dumped off to his running back. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Come on, set. Hawk 70. Set, go.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. They'll run for this. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front, just as equally motivated to get off the field.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our 3rd quarter. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. Just 1 play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And not a lot of space to work. He's brought down at the 45. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He finds Johnson. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 4th quarter lead. Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals take a 4-point lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal. Here we go, set.
Throwing now off play action. He's going deep this time. He's got it deep downfield. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. Hope you weren't settled in to call a long drive there, partner, because only took him a matter of seconds to go all 80 yards and hit pay dirt.
Are you kidding me? I love big plays just like everybody in the building loves big plays, and it took all of them, the guys up front doing their job, and certainly the playmakers to finish it.
Now Camarda on to send it away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That pass is complete to McBride.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Slot man motioned over. They go play action on first. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
You know, with some of these tight ends today, you could put 2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
And they get this down to the 28. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
19.
They'll run here on first down. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's second and 11. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Back to throw. Touchdown, Arizona! So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals take a 4-point lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Cut by the open man. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, with a big gain on that play.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Handoff now out of the gun. Has a big hole left. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here first and goal. Forced out to his right. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take a fourth quarter lead. Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles push their lead to 3. Now Camarda on to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Complete out to the right side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Pass play now. Has him on the quick hitter. Still has some space inside the 35. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Handoff now from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 23, headed out right. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a first and goal.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Well, the jumpiness cost him 5. First and goal a little bit tougher here. They put a receiver in motion here left. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the third and short.
Incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that forces them to 4th and goal. It's one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Carty. This one from the middle. Looking good, and it's through. And they've tied it up late in the 4th.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. This is taken in at the 13. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Hand off to the back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Back-to-back carries here. Across the 45 and still going. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Back to throw. He sends this one to the end zone. And they break the tie as it's caught for a touchdown. What a absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Now Camarda on to send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Setting up to pass. Escapes the pocket. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One final shot here. It's intercepted. That will do